All right, here we go. Welcome back to The Score. Glad to be along with you here, and a very good Tuesday to you alongside Byron Rucker of Club 9 Sports. That is our boy Shotgun over there on the controls, bringing in former Atlanta Braves pitcher Marty Clary. Of course, Marty only visits us when he knows that the chopping block has shown up and that Bruce Cain has brought all the food in.
Of course.
And so he smelled it from all the way at the other side of Velocity Sports Performance here in Pottersville. By the way, how many athletes do y'all have working out here right now?
A lot.
There's
this summer
700 of them in there right now.
This summertime is a big push for us, and we've made some real deals with some schools who are interested in some team price training, which obviously
awesome.
can help us. If we can know that there's a group, obviously we can cut prices.
All right.
If it's just scattered people, we can't do it.
2 weeks ago, I got in the mix with a couple of high school kids.
Yeah.
I guess you heard about this, right?
No.
We got finished with the show about 2 o'clock, went down there at 2:30. It's going to get me a quick lift in. Going to get my swole on, for about 30 minutes and then head back to the office. Some kids were in there doing some agility stuff. I said, I got this shot in my bag. I got that. Went to my car, went to my truck, went to my toolbox, got my tennis shoes out, went in there and was going to do some agilities. Marty, I kid you not, 7 minutes into the workout, I'm like, I was dying.
Yeah. You didn't come back to the office either.
They were killing me. I was dying. It was 7 minutes into it. I'm like, how long's the workout?
Warm-up's almost over.
Yeah, they're like, all right, as soon as we get done with the jump ropes, we're really going to start working out.
Do you remember how easy it used to be, though?
It used to be so easy.
It's crazy how
it's just not
our
anymore.
minds stay where we always were.
Yeah.
And our bodies just drift off
Is
into
it
never
bad that the entire time that I was working out, I was going, where are we going to eat supper? Where am I eating supper tonight? I mean, that's all I could think about.
Nutrients. I need some nutrients.
All right, so this past weekend, you told me the story yesterday.
Yeah.
I immediately told you, if you do not come by the studio and tell this story on the air, we're doing our listeners a disservice. John Sullivan, also known as Sully, was one of the greater bullpen coaches of Braves history, right? Would you say?
Right.
Of all of them, he would rank up there in the top 1 or 2.
Correct.
So you would think that John Sullivan coming up to a Bobby Cox night or a John Smoltz night, Sully's going to be on the invite list.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they're going to get him there.
He's coming.
All right. So he did come.
He did.
He showed up.
He did.
And had a great time. From what I'm reading, this man wore the number 8 jersey very proudly during both events. And now with that, I will set the stage for you to tell everybody what took place.
Well, one of the first things we got out there and we're warming up for the alumni softball
in the
game.
Outfield, just throwing.
You're getting your jerseys, you're looking for them and stuff, and you're having you see them, and he said, "Oh my God, Sully! Whoa, man, you're looking kind of rough." All right, that's good.
Well,
no big deal. Going out there,
kind.
And none of the coaches are playing, and you're like, "Sully's playing. Wow, that's great. Okay, come on." So they're out there playing a little catch. Andy Ashby's playing with Sully, and he's playing catch. And later on, Andy was saying, "Man, I was playing catch with Sully, and I said, man, you've really gone downhill, man. You have really gone downhill. I don't know what's happened to you. I don't know if you had rotator cuff. I don't know what's happened to you, but it's not looking good for you.
Hadn't mixed in your vegetables. I mean, something's wrong.
Something, man. You shrunk. All kinds of problems going on with you.
Yeah. You lost 3 inches of height.
Yeah, or more. And said, you were just falling apart. So we get to the announcements, and you announce the teams on different, first base, third base.
By the way, Jose Alvarez quoted right now on SportsIllustrated.com in the article. Jose Alvarez, our good buddy, says, "We just figured he must have had some health problems," said former Braves reliever Jose Alvarez.
That's right.
Who estimates Sullivan's bat speed at no more than 30 miles per hour as he was pitching to this guy.
Yeah, it was interesting.
It's
but
the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Jose had a son-in-law there who was watching from the stands, and as the teams lined up third base, first base before the game started, he was watching. He said, goodness gracious, I'd have given you $1 million if you'd have told me that guy was ever in the big leagues, and was looking at Sully.
Sure.
And so, then you're thinking, well, maybe he's a coach or whatever. So anyways, it gets on. Bobby Cox comes in to the dugout, and he's shaking everybody's hands as the game's going on, and how you doing? And somebody says, Bobby, there's old Sully. You remember old Sully? He was on the other dugout. Bobby said, that's not Sully. He said, Bobby, that's your coach. You don't remember him? He said, that's not John Sullivan.
Right.
John Sullivan's about 6 inches taller and about 30 years older than this guy. So Pete Van Wieren comes around, and they're saying, Pete, what do you think of John Sullivan? Man, it's good to see him, huh? He said, I was just at his house last month or something. That ain't Sully. That's not Sully. So now something's going on.
Cat's out of the bag.
Cat's a little bit out of the bag, but
right.
we as players don't know that this is going on. We're just finished the game, and
sure. Y'all just having
I'm
a good
blowing
time.
every muscle I've got in my body.
Right. You're tearing hamstrings.
Absolutely.
It comes back
the
to
competitive
the
edge took me to the limit.
As you were diving into first.
As it just so happened.
And your wife is laughing.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
I hit a bullet to right center, and as I look up to just step out of the box, he's coming up throwing to first.
Yeah.
And I'm
Meanwhile, Ginger's going, oh, gosh. Here comes my whining husband back home.
And Jacob's sitting there, something's going to come loose. Something's going to come loose. And sure enough, I did. Anyways, go on past that injury point. And so at the end, while I'm waiting for ice, right?
Right, of course you are.
Everybody's left because ice is slow to come to me. And I see Greg McMichaels, who kind of was heading the foundation weekend, talking with Sully. And I overhear him say, Sully, now you're the son of Sullivan, right? He said, yeah. The coach, John Sullivan? Oh, no. No, not
He
him.
admits he's no relative.
Well, he knew he was going to get hammered now.
Right.
So he just said, no, not there. He said, well, so how did you get invited here? He said, well, I did play some.
Oh, so he's now trying to say he was a player.
Oh, yeah, he played some. So
did I.
So did
I.
Where
In
did
the 7th grade.
When did you play? He said, well, I think it was
Oh, he had to think about his year.
86, maybe 87.
Yeah.
Not a Hall of Famer we're talking about.
Yeah. And then, well, who did you play for? Oh, the Braves.
Oh,
and it was 86, 87. I think something like 86 or 87. And so, McMichael says, but in the big leagues, oh, no, just some minor league stuff, He said, this was an alumni weekend for guys who had played in the major leagues, right? He said, yeah, I knew that.
why are you here?
Yeah.
And why are you wearing Coach John Sullivan's jersey?
So, yeah, exactly. So how did you get here? He said, well, they sent me a letter saying we'd like you to come to – he actually got invited the year before to Bobby Cox's retirement luncheon.
And he came to that one?
He came to that one.
So this guy has been at all the Braves retirement functions.
Everything they sent out just a general list on, he's kind of showed up probably. But he showed up there. So nobody saw him there because nobody was introducing and stuff. It was probably all.
So he just walked up to a checkpoint, showed an ID.
Had his lunch. I'm John Sullivan.
He remembered a guy from the year before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember I was the guy at Bobby Cox's luncheon.
So Greg McMichaels just sent out the list from last year when he took over the foundation.
Sure.
He just resent the list. So he's telling, and he's kind of telling him. I think he actually told McMichael, yeah, I played in Atlanta.
That is.
Georgia?
Here's what I want to know.
Yeah.
If I were to let's say there is a Will Merritt that played in the NBA with why is that so funny? Let's just say there had
I'm sorry, it just is. That's just funny.
Yeah. I mean, no, I'm saying this would be the equivalent. If they sent out something that said, "Hey, we're gonna have a Scottie Pippen retirement night,"
right?
And there was a Will Merritt instead of Will Purdue, it was Will Merritt.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say my name was Will Purdue.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. And so they sent out to the accidental Will Purdue. I'm not so sure I don't go. I'm telling you right now, I'm not so sure I don't show up and try to do exactly what this guy did.
Hey, that was the point.
He gave effort.
That's the point. Jose and I were laughing all weekend. Why not make this the greatest story ever? Yeah. Why make it bad for anybody? Other than, they paid for him to come in and stay at the hotel and all those things.
Oh, yeah.
Thinking he was what. But really, does that hurt them to some degree? I mean, just make it a fun thing, and we'll probably have 10,000 imposters next year. But anyways, so he was still going on with Greg McMichaels that he played somewhere around 86, 87.
Greg McMichaels now.
Yeah.
that he played for the Braves.
Yeah, 86, 87. So, a lot of us
That's
are
not like trying to convince Shotgun. I mean, Greg McMichaels is probably going to know.
but he didn't come up till the 90s.
Right.
So he's like,
Okay,
well,
so
maybe
Trying to be respectful,
could
didn't he?
be.
Yeah.
Maybe
Don't
came
wanna
up for,
offend anybody.
Maybe he came up for 2 days. I don't know. I'm not, So, so he take him through Major League security, and they find nothing. They find nothing on this guy. So they
That is
kind of tell him,
fantastic.
listen, you're already here. Just,
Gracefully bow out.
enjoy, no,
Pull
they
a
didn't make him
hammy.
go. They said, just enjoy your weekend. And
so they didn't kick him
They
out?
did not kick him out, which I thought was very gracious of the Braves.
Oh, absolutely.
To say, they already played the game and was basically eaten. So, just
what
go
you
ahead.
going to do at that point?
Yeah.
All right, we need you to go over to that
Yeah.
trash can and throw
Yeah.
up everything that you've eaten.
They paid for the ticket, return, all that. Everybody's pretty much taken
Well,
care
that
of
was
already.
that was pretty cool of the Braves.
It was. So Andy Ashby that night happened to be in the hotel lounge and sees him and says, "Hey, Sully,
Enough's enough.
come here. Let's just get past this. Come on. You know you weren't Coach Sullivan, right? Yeah, I knew that.
You got me.
Yeah, and you never played in the big leagues, right? No, but I did play some.
Yeah. Oh, he's sticking to
He was
his
sticking
story.
to
that story,
Yeah,
right?
he's not letting it go.
And so, and he says, when was that? 80s.
86, year of our Lord,
Who'd you play?
1980.
Who'd you play with? The Braves. And like Jose's knows like
He
everybody.
played during the strike year.
Jose knows everybody that's ever played.
Well, I mean, Jose's quoted in this article that I just pulled up from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, and it said, I was fairly certain that he was not the former John Sullivan since he was my coach.
Jose's a sharp stick.
I'm
Isn't he?
about to
He's
say,
right
you
there.
can't get anything by Jose.
No, fairly sure.
Oh, that's fantastic. Marty Clary of Velocity Sports Performance here in Pattersville. Give these guys a call if you want to train your kid right here at Velocity.
335-5100. Give us a call. Let us see how we can help you.
You got that. Marty C., appreciate it.